course, there isn't a countdown on here. I can't get used to the fact that there isn't a countdown clock or a timer or anything. You just got to assume that you're actually live. So, hello, Harper. Nice to see you again.
Hello, Stephen. Good to see you.
Excellent. Okay, and we're waiting for Marco to arrive. This is our weekly show. I host one week, Marco hosts the next. It's my turn, and we are live everywhere today. We're live on Facebook and YouTube and Periscope and Twitch. Okay, I can see Marco, sort of. Let's see. Just a minute. We'll see if we can get this. Yes, we have.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Turn the lights on.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. I don't know what's happening. The sound is very low. Let me see.
We can see you.
Yeah.
Marco's kind of sitting in the dark today.
Sound which is very low. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Welcome everybody. If you want to say hello, then please do. The comments actually drive the show. Mm-hmm. And do you find that on your broadcast, Harper? That
Yeah, definitely. I get a lot of people who just like to watch and don't comment, but it really helps us, really help to engage with the audience if they comment, and that way we're not just talking together. We can talk with the audience as well. So.
Yeah, it's the interaction that makes all the difference. And say hello to everybody who's watching. If you make a comment, then not only can we... Oh, right, okay. And we're joined by greetings from Sweden, from Bertola.
Hello.
Greetings, Bertola.
Hello, Portugal.
Hello, how are you? I was having some issues with my sound. I don't know why, but I think it's okay now.
It sounds good.
Yeah, I was listening very low, but I made some adjustments, and it seems that it's fixed the problem. I hope.
I hope so too. Okay. What should we talk about today? Where can we begin?
Yeah.
There are two things that if we start talking, we'll never stop. That's COVID and the presidential election. We steered clear of both of those.
There you go. I'm good with that.
So where do we go from there? Right, okay. I'm going to start off, and I'm going to go over to my captions and talk about two things. Restream are on Product Hunt, and this is the public release of Restream. And if you go to Product Hunt, and I'll post a link afterwards, you can get a whopping 40% discount after your trial. Now, Mark and I have a plan, which we can't discuss live on air because we don't want anybody to know.
Please DM us.
Well, the thing about offers like this, 40% off, only go for new users. Which is fair. I mean, that's the only way you can actually work. Because if you had to give, they've got 2 million users. So if they had to give retrospective discounts to everybody, it would get complicated. But we wish them well on Product Hunt, and the more people who actually go live on Restream, the better the system will get. And the only thing that's missing at the moment, Harper, is images. We can't put images on screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Because that's an important part of things.
Yeah, definitely. If you're gonna share something, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yesterday I had a congress. I made there a talk, talking about live streaming.
So Bertola, while we're waiting for Marco, Bertola, I'll be willing to bet you don't have a landscape like this in Sweden.
Maybe. Maybe.
In wintertime, we'll see snow up at the very, very tops of the hills, but not very often. There was one time, I think it was 2 winters ago, our local police drove up there, and they did this funny parody video of, like they were, because the snow was falling, and we rarely ever get snow down here. And so it was one of those, like they were being attacked by this white monster falling from the sky, and it was actually really hilarious. So
yeah, we used to get quite a lot of snow, but we don't do so now. I mean, I can remember drifts 6 or 7 foot deep when I lived further up north, but we don't. I mean, down in Wiltshire, we don't see the snow.
What elevation are you at?
Good question. I know, but we're pretty low, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at almost 3,000 feet above sea level. So,
And winter is coming soon to Sweden, and
yeah, I bet you guys are way up there, way up north, and so I would imagine you guys probably get some really intense winters, probably further north, the northern part of Sweden.
yeah, I would think so. Harper, can you hear Marco?
Hello?
No.
You can't hear me.
You can't hear Marco. No, this is 50-50, guys. Who's going to refresh first?
Okay, I will.
Okay. Right, so Marco's refreshing because I can see and hear him, but this is live broadcasting. Anything can happen. Usually does.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Marco's on his way back. Quick refresh, and he should be back with us. And we want to talk about something new. And if you're watching live now, this is your invitation. There is a new network, which is not Facebook.
Yes.
It's a new online site, and it's called Broadcasting to Our Community, or BOC for short, BOC. And this is your invitation to join Harper, myself, Marco, and quite a few other people who are interested in sort of collaborating, in working together to do things like this show today, and to do a live production blueprint. And it's generally a very good supportive group, and it's made for people in my circle, and it's growing daily. We had 2 new members today from Australia and from England. And it's never going to be a big group. It is, however, going to be an active group because we've got several different collaborative projects going on in there at the moment, which will come to fruition this quarter. And we can but go forward. It's just good to be able to bounce ideas off other people, you think.
Yeah, it's a good. We're off to a good start, and I think it's going to be a really nice. Hey, there
Hello.
he is.
I have something to say. The other day, I listened that using props on live streaming improves the engagement. So today, I'm going to put this clown nose and let us see how many people will engage.
For once, I think Marco has the longest hair.
I'm a beetle.
Okay, we were talking about building our community, Marco, and the work that's going on in there, and in particular the live video production blueprint.
Yeah, I think it's important, and we have to make a shout out to Joe, which is making a huge work on that. And I've seen the first draft he sent, and it has amazing insights there. So you all should be aware, because soon I think we will have news.
And yeah, I'm sure we will. I mean, basically, the task that Joe took on was to put together everything that happened over 5 days into a document for live video show producers, which we all are, and potential clients. And he's managed to, he's written it twice. He's a perfectionist in that way. And he's written it twice, and it does cover both sides of the argument, the broadcasters and potential clients, because not everybody wants to have to control
Absolutely
the production of the show. It's a lot easier if there is somebody there doing it for you and you're just the talent on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But as you mentioned, I don't, maybe, and I'm talking about in general, I don't want to produce this show, but at least I want to know what to search for, which things are important, and because we have this saying here in Portugal: you don't have to buy a cat like you were buying a rabbit. Does it make sound? If someone wants to sell a cat, like it was a rabbit.
Okay, yeah, we're getting our heads around that, yeah.
So that's the that's the say we have here in Portugal, and it's good for you to understand. Okay, I don't want to manage the show, I don't want to produce the show. I just want to be there on camera talking with all alone or with a guest. But I want to know everything I have to know to hire the right person to see if he or she is the right person, because it's another task you should take. It's to choose the right person to do this production work. And with this blueprint, we mostly Joe. It's writing down. It's a nice way for you to understand what is important, which steps you should take, which people you should hire, and everything. I think it's a very useful guide for you to understand how to make a perfect, at least a good, an excellent live stream. Because there's no perfection on this topic. Yesterday I have this talk, and the one thing I talked about is some things you can control, and that's okay, and you can, but so many you can't control, so it's impossible to make it perfect.
Things happen.
Absolutely.
Which you don't expect.
For instance, a guest of you just put a clown nose. What can you do? You can't do nothing, Stephen.
I can go like that, but I'm not going to. I wouldn't do that. Okay, over to Chris, and Chris is saying it's also an art to produce a show. The thing is, but especially where you've got video and images involved, then you've got to do it, to tell the story, because that's what we're all about, is actually telling stories. Absolutely. But I think it is important, if you don't want to appear on camera, but you want your brand to be represented in live video, then you need to know which questions to ask of a producer. Yeah. You need to know to discover what a good producer is, and what questions you should ask, and then how you decide which one to go with. And a lot of it's to do with the chemistry of the person who's actually going to produce the show for you, because you've got to get on with them, because they've got to understand you, they've got to understand your brand, you've got to understand where you're coming from and why you're doing it. The why is very important. And the other thing is that the producer has got to make sure that the client understands that this is about social interaction. It's not a TV show. It's interaction, like comments coming in whilst you're live and actually handling those comments and responding to them.
Absolutely. And you mentioned it's good to know which questions to make, and also which answers to expect, because it's a good way to understand if the person who is in front of you is the right or not. for the job.
Yeah, I mean, let's just take an example, Harper. If you wanted somebody to produce your show, you'd expect them to at least have an interest in cars.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why I have a bad lag.
Yep. Your turn to refresh.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This is not good. This is not good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh and then see if that improves things. Okay, so
let's pray. Let's pray.
We better, because if the show stops,
we'll be back after this commercial interruption. Too bad you can't throw up a video.
Let's see if we stay on the screen.
So, Marco, you
right? Okay, I'm back. I've lost all the comments, which I
expected.
Yeah, we lost all your comments.
Right. Okay, but we are back on screen. The two of you stayed on screen, so that's good recovery.
Hopefully.
I can't see if anybody's watching or not. If you are watching, could you please comment again and could you say whether you can hear one of us, two of us, or three of us?
Let us know how many.
Yeah, we need your votes because we've all taken it in turns to refresh now. We should be perfect now. If we're still broadcasting, are we still broadcasting?
Yeah, I show that we're still live on Facebook, and I don't know what that other symbol is.
Okay, if I go,
maybe.
Hang on, I actually got a new tab which I'm going to open, and
I'm frozen.
Sounds okay. Marco's frozen. Marco needs a coffee.
Let it go. Let it go. I'll be back.
Marco, I can
I'll be back.
I can confirm that you're frozen like that. I need to turn the sound off here. I can't.
Marco let it go and ended up going.
Right. That's one good feature. That I can actually go and watch the feed that's going out. And let's catch up with the comment. This is going to be the show from, so Chris is saying sound is okay, Marco's frozen. We checked that, Marco was frozen, so hopefully back. Sound and captions back, yes, Marco's frozen. So we hope that Marco does in fact return momentarily, but from within the Restream studio, I was able to click one link and I could actually see the feed going out to 8 different places. And I could see that Marco was frozen like that. So, it's one of those things.
What is the platform? Looks like a white little W with a blue shadow. What is that?
We're live on Periscope, Twitch,
probably
YouTube,
Periscope.
Yeah, YouTube and Facebook. And
okay.
As we've just said earlier, this is unfortunate. We've had some good shows in recent weeks. This is the day that Restream went on Product Hunt and announced to the world that they were now going public and out of beta. That's, I was going to say sod's law, but what happens is when you do something like that, you're actually tempting fate, and that's why. Okay, Marco seems to have got lost. It's a long way back from Portugal.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Customs.
Yeah. Well, right. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about. Sorry. Marco said what he used to actually control his life or keep track of his life, and I've got to admit I found something, because I keep forgetting things. Can't help it. I keep forgetting things. I've got to write things down.
Oh, believe me, I'm there.
Right. Yeah. So, what do you actually use?
I'm old school. I use a pen and paper.
That's the most reliable. Marco, you are back.
Hey.
Hello, I was there. I just, but I think I didn't show. Then I hit the leave button and I hit again join button, and here I am.
Welcome back.
Everywhere you go, there you are.
Right, Chris or Timothy.
Now Now I look at me and it seems that I'm in prison with this.
I was thinking the same thing when I saw your shirt. I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's why you're having problems connecting.
Yes.
I'm
Back to your cell.
at the prison's laundry.
Yeah. Oh.
The last time that I saw a new application and sort of fell in love with it and thought that's for me was with InVideo. And we've been doing InVideo, well, I've been using InVideo since April 2019. And basically it's create short form business videos, and it's probably the best in class for the price. And John Upton and I started doing a live broadcast about it 50 weeks ago, well, around 50 weeks ago. And this week is our 50th show. And
Congratulations.
thank you very much. Time's just flown. I mean, we just so enjoy doing it. I mean, the format is we chat for a few minutes. John does a practical lesson about InVideo, and then we chat again. But it's the 50th show, and we've been invited by InVideo to broadcast exclusively into the official InVideo group. And they have gone, it's posted today, I just can't believe this. They have gone from a few hundred users to 400,000.
Wow.
In the time that we've been broadcasting. Now, obviously, that's not to do with us. It's to do with the quality of the product and the support that they actually give, and the group itself. To actually go from that, from what is virtually a standing start, to being a small application, to being an international application. So kudos to them. Two of the InVideo management team are actually joining us on the show tomorrow at 12 p.m, 11 a.m. Eastern. And we'll be able to ask them questions about how they got from 0 to 400,000, and what, how they've done it. It's quite an amazing story. But back to the point I was making is that I fell in love with InVideo, and we've done the 50 shows, and I enjoy using it. I make new videos every week, whenever I get a chance, really. They're not as good as John's, but they do the job, I think it's fair to say. But I've fallen in love with another app, which I'm going to tell you about, whether you want me to or not. It's called.
Wow.
No, don't. It's called Smart Task, and it's on AppSumo at the moment at the price of $49. Now, normally when you get an AppSumo product, you pay $49 for it because you think I'm going to use that one day. Well, I started using Smart Task yesterday, and it's already made a difference because it's become not only a knowledge base, but a project and a task management system. So I'll be able to set up for United World Radio, which is our online station, for Live Video Blueprint, for Be Live in 5, for Be Live, now working for Be Live, so got to get that sorted. I've got about 10 different projects, all of which were whirring around in my head, but they're all now down on paper with the links and the passwords and everything, and it's all down to Smart Task. Now, Smart Task are a small company with a few hundred users. Well, no, they've got 2,000 users at the moment. It's on AppSumo. I can only recommend it. It's the best project management system I've seen. I started using project management systems with Wrike, W-R-I-K-E, about 12 years ago, and they were the standard. Now I would say that Smart Task has set a new standard on AppSumo, and it's just to get organized and do it successfully and have it store your knowledge and your appointments, and it's soon going to link to Calendly. I'm just going to give a shout out to it. They did try though. The one trick that they did try is that I paid my $49. And I got a message this morning. I was on Smart Task, got a message which said, we'll give you a token to buy more of our product, because it's 5 users, 10 users, 15 users, if you write a review. And on AppSumo, now I was quite happy to write the review, because every word I wrote, I believe. But then he made one mistake. He then tried to upsell me and get me to pay another $249. Well, that ain't going to happen. Not on day 2 of using a product. But
Yeah.
the $49, I mean, that's it. I mean, you obviously you don't want to milk your existing user base, do you? You want to go for new. Yeah. But that's just my take. But the product itself, I can but say that it simply works. So if you do get a chance, hop over to AppSumo and check it out, and check out my review. So that's the product news of the week. Okay, where do we go to next?
Ted is watching us from the Philippines.
Ted, welcome.
Hello.
And Chris is saying everything's okay now.
Perfect. Oh, so good.
Okay, so right. Okay, so we're getting better. We're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, we're actually battling the system today because we've all refreshed and actually come back, and the broadcast is still here, which didn't used to be, did it, Marco?
Oops.
What?
Okay. Do we have anything new this week, Marco, on Restream?
I don't think so. Just I don't. To be honest, I didn't see any. Well, they increased the amount of videos you have on the graphic tab. They added
I know. I tried to upgrade it this morning, and the site was not opening, or at least
right, okay,
great.
yeah, and that's the pain, because basically built into the software is a continual check.
Let me turn it off.
Can't blame them, but it's annoying.
Yep.
It's the only thing that's
No
annoying.
sound, great.
No sound. Oh no!
Right, who has no sound? Can you ask that, Marco?
Chris?
Sign language if you want. Right, shall we do a break?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Get pads of paper, and we'll just hold it up to the camera.
Shall we do a silent movie?
I think we should.
We always go to black and white.
Yeah, there we go. Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Used to love watching those movies when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Who has no sound? You can put it on this. How do we call it? Oh my god! On captions, and write a banner asking who has no sound.
We don't have to use it again after today.
Oh my god, this is so funny.
Who has no sound? Right, okay, so we've got the question out there. I missed the question mark off, but if I have no sound, it doesn't really matter because nobody can hear me. Really?
I can hear you.
Marco is frozen. Steven and Harper are okay.
Okay, so
There
I'll
is
be
sound.
back. I'll be back.
Okay,
So
your turn.
yeah,
Your turn. Okay.
there are just people all around the world that are finding out what Restream is today because apparently they've gone public. So people, before investing into this company, are coming on and trying, and so I'm sure their server is just having a heyday. So
Close to the mark, because Product Hunt is a great place to actually advertise your wares, and they've got people that's good. Can we go with that, Marco? Millions of people signing up. Marco.
What? Yes, I'm here.
Right.
Marco's at a loss for words, apparently.
Harper's just said that with the shout out that they've had, they will be getting tens of thousands of new users today.
In
And they're
video
struggling.
or
Restream.
Restream. Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Right. Okay, Chris, is Marco back? Harper and I can see and hear him, but is he back on
Am
the
I
live?
back? Am I here? Let me know.
Yeah, please let us know. Okay, this is good.
So I'm on Steven. I'm on my phone. I'm on your Facebook page, and I can hear.
Ah, brilliant. Okay,
I can hear you guys having a conversation. So yeah.
right. Okay, so we're good.
I think so. Yeah.
Having done 42 minutes of a 60-minute show, we've finally got our act together.
Woo! And I've got a really bad pause. I mean, a lag. But that's okay.
Yeah, he's back and with sound.
Communication is difficult sometimes in the desert. So.
Well, I mean, this is still a miracle. This all works. We did invite people to join us on the show today. I'm glad that it's just the three of us, because
yes,
if we'd had 10 people on the show today.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been, well.
We spend all day refreshing.
True, but we could take it in turns.
Yeah.
With 10 people, you can refresh individually, and
I have sound.
If it takes 2 minutes each time, then that's 20 minutes taken of the show taken up.
Yeah.
Wow. I think you've got to have shows like this to actually realise how good this technology is normally. And I'll take this. on the basis that these things happen and that tomorrow's 11 a.m. broadcast is going to be smooth. Yeah, but we've only got 4 people on screen. We've only got 3 now, but you can't know what's going to go wrong when, can you, Marco?
Sorry?
You cannot know when things are going to go wrong.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a kind of, okay, I think it's a kind of a smurf or something. They're hidden with some cables and plugs in his hands. Okay, let me see who I'm going to trick right now. Okay, that's you, Bluff.
Our show producer is a gremlin.
Yeah, and today's our turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
It's one of the ifs people used to think about it. Is what if something goes wrong? What if I lost connection? What if I have no sound? What if? And that's how things work. We lost Steven. Are you there, Steven? You are.
There he is.
And there's the thing. I think Steven is making some experiments, and that's it. Usually, I don't know about you, Steven and Harper. Usually, when something goes wrong on my show, nobody gets a broken leg, no panda killed on China, no kangaroo with any kind of disease in Australia. So, if things don't go wrong, just put a big smile on your on your face, refresh, and hopefully this will get back on track.
Hopefully you don't freeze with some weird look on your face.
That's true. I mean, these things happen. You can't legislate for them. You can't practice for them. You just got to work your way through it, as Marco said. And it's moments like these that sort of put the fun into live broadcasting. That's the way you've got to look at it. If you get annoyed about anything in live broadcasting, then the only person you're upsetting really is yourself.
Yeah.
And that's a no-win game, because we're all in this together, and things are going to go wrong, and it's all part of the live experience. This is why we watch live shows, why we watch each other's live shows, because we're behind the scenes, fingers crossed. No, we're not. We used to be behind the scenes, fingers crossed, everything will go right, but most of the time it does. And I think Harper's quite right that Restream is seeing such a growth today that their servers are struggling a little bit, which is understandable. They've got to balance it out, because if you go from a few thousand users to tens of thousands of users, then you've got to balance it. And these are the growing pains that BeLive and StreamYard have been through. Yeah, Restream, as we said earlier, we've been tracking this since May. They're new to this arena, to the live arena. I know they're selling the hole-in-one package, not hole-in-one, whole package to go live to 30 different places at the same time from within Restream without using any third-party software. But, you know, I mean, they're doing their best. They're not doing this on purpose, and the internet's not doing this on purpose with it.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, do you think that people in general, let's take Facebook, are actually